Sean Woodson taking on Dennis Buzukja. This is his fourth opponent. He was originally scheduled to fight Steve Garcia, then it was Jesse Butler, and then it was Myron Santos. Santos has the visa issues, and in steps Dennis Buzukja. 25 years of age for him. He's on quite the win streak. He's been on the Contender Series twice. He lost the first one to Melsik Bagdasaryan back in 2020. Came back and got a win last year on the Contender Series, but didn't get a contract. Goes out and gets 3 more wins. Finally gets his shot here against Sean Woodson, who is 4-1 in his last 5, coming off of a draw. And he didn't look the best in that one. He got clipped twice in the first round, got the illegal knee to the head, got the point deducted, and ultimately got a split decision or split draw against Luis Saldana. But 3-1-1 in his last 5, and he's coming in here against Buzukja, who's making his UFC debut. Who you like? And obviously, no odds are out yet, but maybe what do you think the line will be?
Yeah, as far as what the line's going to be, I think just because of the UFC experience and the size and length, I think Sean Woodson's going to be the favorite. But I don't think he's necessarily deserving him to be a massive favorite over Dennis Buzukja by any means. Just because like what you touched on in his last fight, the draw with Saldana, he didn't look the best. I actually took Luis Saldana in that fight, so I was super disappointed. It ended up being a draw, and Saldana was a pretty big underdog in that one, and just kind of showed that Sean Woodson isn't, he's not a killer by any means. Like, he's going to get hit by people. I don't know if he gassed out in that fight, but the volume kind of faded. And Saldana hit him with some really good shots, was able to chop the legs a little bit, and overall fought a really good fight. It was an unfortunate, had to go to a draw. But on the Dennis Buzukja side, the one thing that sticks out is who he trains with and what camp he's at. With Aljamain Sterling, Merab Dvalishvili, who else is there? Steamroller, Matt Frivola. I mean, he's got killers in his corner, killers that he trains with day in, day out with a phenomenal team. So he's got that going for him. And honestly, with Sean Woodson having to take different opponents in the last couple of weeks, it's always a new opponent. You're trying to train for them, and that one gets scratched. Now you're, kind of at the starting point again, trying to game plan for a new guy. And he's had to do that a couple of times here. So that's going to be difficult to once again change your game plan on, less than a week's notice. And for Dennis Buzukja, you and I are pretty familiar with him. We see him all the time training, day in, day out, staying ready for this opportunity to get called by the UFC. And he finally got it. So, he's going to be amped up, ready to come in here and try to get a win. Yeah, man, he's going to be the underdog just because of the short notice, UFC debut. But he can get it done anyways. He showed on the Contender Series. In his second stint in the Contender Series, he's got great striking. He's gotten submissions since then, gone on a little win streak since the loss to Melsik Bagdasaryan. And overall, I think he's going to be a good dog shot this weekend.
Yeah, if he's a dog, I think I got to go after him. But maybe, there's a little come back to life type of or come back to reality type of line from the books. If you look at like how they've priced Sean Woodson in the past, he was on the Contender Series as a plus 215 underdog, Terrence McKinney, and gets the second round knockout. Then he goes minus 120 to Kyle Bochniak and wins a decision there. And then he comes in as a minus 500 favorite to Julian Erosa and loses in the third round. And then minus 150 to Yusuf Zalal, minus 340 to Colin Anglin. Gets a knockout win there in the first round. And then last time out, big favorite once again. And he probably should have got knocked out in that first round. Saldana wasn't like messing with him at all. So, maybe they stick with it and give him a good price tag against a debuting Buzukja. I'm kind of hoping so because I'm looking to take the Buzukja side because I think he can handle the striking of Sean Woodson. The guy is 6'2" at featherweight. It's a big boy, but he's super skinny. He's all legs. He's like 75% legs. You look at how much upper body he's got. It's not much, but he does have long arms. If it goes to the ground, he's got some decent jiu-jitsu. You saw it in the last time. He was going for some pretty weird chokes from his back. So if Buzukja does go to the wrestling, he's going to have to be cautious of that. But like you said, the guys he's training with, I think he'll be ready for a guy like Sean Woodson. And, I'm hoping he's an underdog so we can play him and cash out there. But I'll take him for the pick. If I had to make a line on this one, I'd probably say like minus 200 for Sean Woodson, and come back with a plus 160 for Dennis Buzukja, somewhere around there. That's all speculation, but Bazooka's been super active. He's got 4 fights in the last year. He went out and got wins even after not getting a contract on the Contender Series. So you'd like to see a guy do that and stay active. It shows that he really wants it. And he finally gets his spot here, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll take it for the pick.